Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it very, very much. And always glad to come and sit on this desk and have some friends and colleagues who do so much to care for the people in our area, especially as it relates to those with Alzheimer's and dementia. Welcome, Courtney Kyra, back to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate that. With her, Peggy Bowers, also here with us. Thank you, Peggy.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And so one of the things I'm very excited about is that every year we get a chance to really make a difference for those people dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia and their caregivers as we present again our annual Dementia Care Conference this year. Excited that it's the Continuing Education Alzheimer's Conference as we partner with NASW. That is it right there. It's going to be Friday, July 12th from 8 o'clock or 8:30 to 3 p.m. We're going to start promptly at 9 o'clock. We're going to tell you about some of those presenters that you will be able to see. But Courtney, it's so very nice to be able to share this information with our caregivers, especially those that we see through and with our support groups.
Absolutely. Some of the things that we like to point out is, as a caregiver, having the support from these support groups in our community is the best way for you to come and get different education and things like that. And then we do this education dementia conference every year, and we invite our caregivers. It's not just for social workers, it's also for our caregivers in the community and anyone dealing with any type of dementia. We want you to be able to come and get that education, because right now that is the biggest support that we can give you. But the biggest thing is just to see our community involvement. Like you said, it makes a huge difference for you as a caregiver to be able to get that education. So,
yeah, we had something rather unique happen just this week in one of our support groups, right?
Yes, we had some great support with our original caregivers who have actually lost their loved ones that still come to our support groups, along with new caregivers that came in, and the dynamic of them being able to work with each other to go over the things that they've been through. You don't see that kind of support all the time. And to see that our community wants to help others is what just I absolutely love.
Yeah, and a lot of these people rearrange their schedules to be able to come to this conference. And every year, I like to think it gets better and better every year, and that's exciting. The way that we do that, Peggy, is by getting some really unique speakers to come in and address these issues.
Yes, I really try to get a variety of different people to speak on different subjects because, you know, when you have a family member diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it's just so devastating to everybody in the family on all kinds of different levels. So I'm very excited this year that we have the different speakers that we have, because even for me as on a personal level, I lost my grandmother and my mother to Alzheimer's. So I know how devastating and how it takes, like Courtney said, not just the immediate family members, but the extended and even the community members to help, you know, with this one person that's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
Yeah, we know it's becoming a growing issue financially.
Yeah.
It's dramatic about the unpaid hours that people have. It's dramatic about with some of the paid hours that people have to expend and extend to be able to do that. But we're really glad. I want to kind of go through what you can expect at our Dementia Care Conference. It's going to take place on July 12th, which is Friday from 8:30 to 3 p.m. It's at the main library in Terrebonne Parish. Of course, that address right there at 121 Library Drive. And so easy to find. Breakfast will be taken care of. You can come in. We got lots of partners that we've done that with. But our first session is Ellen Dunn, and she's going to go over some of the ABCs of Alzheimer's, just some of the very specifics, introduction, so that some of our newly diagnosed families and individuals, they can understand that. Casey Beeler is going to follow that. She's part of the Positive Approach team. Very excited that we're going to be using the How to Use Positive Approach, which is a dramatic way way of really making things easier for patients with dementia and their caregivers. At lunch, I'm very excited to host a panel to kind of talk about some of the options that we have learned and some of the questions that people have. We want to extend an entire hour to address, what did you hear this morning? What questions do you have, and what can we do to be a support? Then we have Jackie Dove, who is a lawyer, who is going to address some advanced directives and legal needs. Legal issues are really important for people with dementia. And then our next session will be Carolyn Olson. We'll talk about a clinical approach, and very excited about being able to talk about the clinical aspects of dementia. And then we're going to finish with some of the new horizons in dementia and a Q&A to finish the day. So really excited about that. Social workers can get 6 hours of continuing education. If nurses or other people want to get education, they can come in and do that. And more importantly, this is also for the community. We've got nursing students that come to our support groups every month. And I've extended that through Michelle over the continuing education at Nichols and at Fletcher to make sure that they know that they're invited as well. And they can come, especially at lunchtime.
And it's free.
Yes, FREE. It is free for social workers. It is free. If you are a clinician and you'd like to get CEUs as a non-social worker, it's a very, very inexpensive cost.
Yeah.
But we want to invite people. And so, Courtney, just some final thoughts about the work that the Bayou Region Alzheimer's Services does and what you've been able to help create and continue to provide here in the area.
Well, I'm so thankful for everything that you have helped me with Bayou Region Alzheimer's Services, but just to get it out there, we are a local nonprofit. All of the funds that we raise stay local here to the Bayou region. And that's, I think, our biggest thing is our goal is to, of course, one day be able to support more financial support for caregivers. But right now we have started small. And the biggest thing is to get the education out there to these caregivers, because if they don't have the tools to get through their day, they're not going to be able to get through it. And it's extremely hard. So we want to give them those tools and that support to make it through the day by day.
I'm very thankful for both of you, what y'all have been able to do. Peggy for being our chair and coordinating things, and Courtney for all the support. We appreciate it very, very much.
And they can come anytime during the day. They don't have to come in the morning. They can come just in the afternoon.
Yep. Anytime. Very good. All right. Appreciate it. All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment and this Bayou Time. But don't go anywhere. A lot more local programming right here on HTV.
Summer's heating up, and so are the deals at AJ Doman Chevrolet, where you get a 2024 Silverado Crew Cab for $38,990 with your 2010 or newer trade. Don't miss out on these great deals happening now at AJ Doman Chevrolet. Let our friendly staff help you with your next new or used car purchase here at AJ Doman Chevrolet at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick.